Hey guys, Andy here again. I'm trying to get my this office set up a bit better. It's not very easy to record in, which is why you'll see I'm not quite happy with the audio. It's a bit too echoey. But anyway, I'm here again. You might have seen yesterday or the day before or recently that I had a quick play with the Pixel 9a, because I made some improvements that made it a bit easier to film. I thought, do you know what? Let's have another go. What sort of budget phone or mid-range-ish phone might I like to have a play with? I ended up on the Poco F7. I looked when I last bought a Xiaomi phone. I think it's like 4.5 years ago. And funny enough, it was the Poco F3, which would make sense. This came out June, I think, this year. And the F3 cost me $319. The F7 is normally $339, but with various offers that are flying around at the moment, I got it for $231, which I thought was a good buy. So today is just the unboxing. It's not going to be the review. I will be doing a proper review. First one I've done in a long time with a phone, I suppose. Well, maybe I did one of my Pixels maybe that I bought. But yeah, today just going to have a bit of a look through the box. I'll get it booted up and I'll get a couple of things installed, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying too much stuff at this point. Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so here it is. Let's cut my way in, hopefully without too much trouble. Yeah, easy enough. So I got the black one. It's available also in white or silver. And I can tell you now that it weighs 215 grams. Is it? I can't tell if it's stuck in some way. I can't see any tape up this end. I should double check, I suppose. No, I don't think so. Why won't that end come out? There you go, it's come in now. So it's 215.7 grams, which is a bit more than most devices. I think my Pixel is under 200 grams. But it's not necessarily a bad thing if it feels, I don't know, it feels a reasonable weight. You can see, oh well, there we go. Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, a massive 6500 mAh battery, 6.83 AMOLED screen, 120 Hz, 50 megapixel Sony camera with optical image stabilization, and it's IP68 dust and water resistant. So there you go, that saved me a lot of reading specs out to you. I suppose actually while we're talking specs, so this one is the 256 gigabyte version, comes with 12 gig of RAM. You can also get a 512 gig version with 12 gig of RAM as well. For another, I think that's $379 for the bigger version. 256 is plenty for me. I did also note that the memory is UFS 4.1. So all my Pixels that I've ever used, I think, are 3.1. So interesting, that's 4.1. If you wanted to know, the Snapdragon processor was an SM8735. And the GPU is an Adreno 825. I'll come back to the screen in a bit more detail. Oh, okay, so... Oh, I forgot, you get like a case. I forgot that's how Xiaomi roll. So we've got an A to C cable for charging, obviously. It's kind of energy certificate. A manual, we're not going to bother reading that. But yeah, a case, it's going to be quite handy, so let's keep that aside. I don't need the cable either for that matter, so let's pop them all back up in there. So that's let's put the little baggie in the box as well. Let's slide it out. Oh, it feels strangely tacky. I don't know if you can hear, probably not from the microphone over there anyway. That's quite a weird, can you see the green glint? Not sure what's going on there. And there's like a two-tone, you see that two-tone? Yeah, see that two-tone effect along the back. I'll take the sticker off later, so there's a little thin flash, which is interesting. It's quite a nice design, I guess. Power and volume. Obviously Type-C and the speakers and the SIM tray. Right, let's hold the power in and get it booted up. Poco in yellow. What are the specs have I not mentioned? So I think we've seen it's a 6.83 inch screen, and that's 1280 by 2772. So that's a lot of pixels. 447 pixels per inch is the density. Now the brightness is interesting because it says 700 nits typical, which might mean like average, I don't know. 1700 nits HBM, which is like, I think it's called high brightness mode, so I guess that's if you turn it right the way up. But 3200 nits peak, that's really quite bright. I think my Pixel, I know the Pixel 9a went up to 2700 at the peak. I think my Pixel might even have been 2004, maybe it's 27 or 2800. But yeah, I don't think I've seen a peak over 3000. Not that I've done many reviews recently, but and it's all hidden behind Corning Gorilla Glass 7T. 7, is that T or I? And the MOS, which I need to look at what it means, my apologies, MOS level 5, whatever that means. And the cameras, 50 megapixel f1.5, which sounds pretty good, wide angles, the main, and 8 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide, which doesn't sound quite so good. Well, let's see. It can do video at 4K up to 60 frames per second. That's pretty good. 1080p all up to 960 frames per second. So I guess that's basically slow-mo. And it does have a gyro and electronic image stabilization. The regular photos will use optical image stabilization. And then the front-facing camera is a 20 megapixel f2.2 wide-angle lens. The software is Android 15 Hyper OS 2, which I haven't used yet. Yeah. How do I? Yeah. Set up using. No, skip that. I don't think there was much else spec-wise. So, to be honest, at this point, I might as well call it there. I'll get a few bits installed. I might be on Geekbench. I mean, normally I try and take, I can take a photo or two kind of indoors in the light. I can try the speakers a little bit. And we can do, yeah, just a really quick first look to round the video off. Be back in a moment. So I've set the phone up, I've installed just a few bits and pieces and had a little bit of play. This is a very basic play. It seems pretty good thus far, it definitely seems very snappy, and in fact I'll start with the Geekbench score. 5876, that's the multi-core. And if you have a look where that ranks in, I think that ranks really quite well. It's not that far behind the S24. So I think that's pretty impressive, and it does seem quite a fast and snappy device. Then I'll give you a bit of a demo of the speakers.
Very excited about that because I'm doing the game for CBS, so I think there's a lot of excitement around how Shador will do with his first start, you know, and getting all the reps this week. The game plan is designed around him, so.
So it's quite loud. That's a big factor if you're listening to podcasts. I wouldn't listen to much music using this, but podcasts, phone calls, audiobooks seem pretty loud. The screen, I've not had too much opportunity to sort of test the screen, but it seems nice and bright at this point. I'll tell more when I get out and about and use it more day to day. Photos. Now I did take a couple of photos, 2 in the dark, which would have been time lapse. So it automatically picked the time lapse. You know, it realised it was very dark, and it sort of took, I don't know, a second or two to take the picture because it was very dark out there, really very dark. That wasn't a bad picture, I didn't think. And then just one of the fence again was time lapse, but the detail and the colour, I would say it looks quite good. Again, considering how dark, well, this was a bit brighter because it had the light on, and then this was just sort of in the living room with the light on. I thought that wasn't. I mean, I don't know. That's not bad. I didn't think. So, yeah, they were really well. I don't know. Let's wait and see. It's still very, very early. It does come with quite a lot of what I would call bloat. but actually at the same time, it's really quick and easy. I deleted off 10 to 12 apps in a matter of like half a minute probably. It's very quick and easy to delete things, so I'm not overly concerned and bothered by that. At the same time, something kept popping notifications in about, oh, you can install this app and that app, and actually when you go into your notification settings, you just turn off the notifications for those apps, and I think that's gone. So yeah, it's not quite the Pixel experience when it comes to the software, but I think you can. It's very customizable. Things like the lock screen, touch to wake, fingerprint reader I set up. It seems pretty responsive and quite quick. The case that came with it, actually, I really quite like. It's obviously it's like a soft touch. It's quite flexible, quite kind of bendy, and it worries me a little bit. Like around the ports at the bottom, it almost feels like it could snap because it doesn't feel that strong. But yeah, no, I think it feels nice, the case, and getting it thrown in for free obviously is pretty good. So there we go. This was just an unboxing and a sort of first look around the device. My intention is to use this as my main device for the next week or so. I'm going to try moving the SIM over and got to move WhatsApp and all that kind of stuff. A little bit of a pain in the bum. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but it does have NFC. That was one thing I thought, oh, is it NFC? Because these days I don't even take a wallet with me. But no, it does. It has NFC, so I think I can use Google Wallet. Yeah, so I'll use it for a week or so, and then I'll come back with a review video. Let me know in the comments down below if anything particular you want to know, and I'll do my best to answer those. But for now, my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.